So this being said, I just want to finish that video with sharing with you something I believe I understood, also that I uncovered to that investigation. And this thing is in fact that all these lies about the shape of the earth and the world and all that can be broken down to 10 main lies. And actually those 10 main lies do match each one a violation of each of the 10 commandments. And this is what I want to show you now. So the first lie about the earth is saying that the earth is a globe. And this lie is a direct violation of the 9th commandment. You shall not bear false witnesses. Because by pretending that the earth is a sphere, so you have NASA forging images, videos, and all this reflects false witnesses against the truth, against the fact that the earth is flat. Okay, now the second lie is saying that the earth is spinning non-stop. And this is a violation of the 4th commandment. Because when you analyze the Torah, you see that the creation took 6 days, and the 7th day God rested. But so did the earth. Because on the 7th day it is not written, and there was an evening and there was a morning, 7th day. And you have to understand that since that day, the earth has been still. So the earth is on a resting mode, on Shabbat mode, for thousands of years. And by saying it is spinning all the time, is indeed a violation of the 4th commandment. Saying to remember the day of Shabbat, which you don't if you believe that the earth is always spinning, and that it is not still and quiet, like it is said in the Torah. Sitting, your Shabbat, reflecting Shabbat. Now the third lie is to say that the universe is much bigger than what it is in reality. That there are space, and that the sun is a very big ball of fire very far away from Earth. And in fact, most people will tend to believe that this actually amplifies God's creation. That is, whoa, God's creation is so huge, so big. And this lie is actually a very vicious lie that violates the 3rd commandment. Not to use the name of God in vain. Not to put God's name on something that does not exist, on emptiness. To create a lie. To fight God and fight His creation by making people believe that it is actually, God's creation and God's greatness. You understand? Now the 4th lie is saying that the earth and the sun and the moon, the planets, are traveling very fast in a huge universe. And this is a direct violation of the 10th commandment. Do not covet. Because by enforcing the idea that there is a space where we can travel, and there are maybe other planets and other lands, so that somehow ignites the will in people to conquer more and more land, and to go and abandon the earth, and to seek other earths and other places. You understand? To push people to want what they don't have, what is not theirs to have. Now the 5th lie is saying that there is a South Pole, when actually the South Pole is but a limit behind which there are other territories. So this is a violation of the 8th commandment, do not steal. because one of the goals in having people believe that there are no lands, there are no more lands, it's just like, the earth is a globe and there's a south pole and there's nothing to see there, just ice, is in order to steal from people, not to let them understand that there are more lands and probably more wealth to be taken, to be given and shared with people beyond this artificial frontier that they create. Now the sixth lie is making people believe that gravity holds everything together. And this is a direct violation to the fifth commandment. Now the fifth commandment refers to honoring your father and your mother. Now in the Torah it does not speak about really your father and your mother, because respecting and honoring your father and your mother is usually something that is natural among human beings, and you don't need like a commandment of God to do something so fundamental, so natural. Now there is a deeper meaning, and that makes more sense, is that in fact your father and your mother in the Torah refers to God, Yod Keh Vav Keh, Hashem, and Elohim. You can see in the Torah that God is also called the Father for mankind, and that Moses, a man of God, a deputy of God, is often called Elohim in the Torah. So this being said, if you understand that the earth was created by the association of God ordering to his servants to interact and to reorganize the earth, so somehow this can be imaged, this can be pictured as the earth being actually the baby of both God and Elohim. That means that in fact, by saying that an invisible force holds everything together, you in fact despise God's work and his deputy's work and Elohim's work, and somehow you do not honor your father and your mother. So the seventh lie is about making people believe that the earth is open to outer space, and this is a direct violation of the second commandment, because the second commandment is about not creating idols and to worship to them, not to create image from the skies, from the earth, from the sea, and then to worship them. That means do not worship the thing that you create. And by making people believe that the earth is open to outer space, then you have to make them believe that you have the technology to build like huge space shuttles and rockets to travel into space. And then you're going to bring people to believe more in man's technology more than into God. That means that you're going to deviate somehow people to worship fake idols that you created that don't go nowhere, in order to deviate their faith from believing in God into believing into those false entities, those false idols that you created. So this is indeed about violating the second commandment. Now the eighth lie is about making people believe they are nothing. Making people believe that we are nothing as a planet because the space is so huge that we are insignificant, and therefore even more insignificant as individual, as people. And this is somehow a violation of the sixth commandment. You shall not murder. Because somehow this is killing with premeditation. This is murdering the very nature of human beings, because the reality is that we are giants. We are very important. Each individual has a wealth, has riches, has is a worth that's unbelievable. and by making them believe the contrary is somehow murdering them. Let them believe that they exist for nothing and there is no goal in their existence. Now the lie number 9 and number 10 merge together, because by saying that there are aliens in space or that came from space at one point, and that these aliens are the superior intelligence that allowed us to progress or to give us technology or to explain whatever cannot be explained in our history, in our on Earth or whatever, in our evolution. So this is a direct violation of not only the first commandment but also the seventh commandment, because the first commandment clearly states that God is the one that took us out of bondage and gave us freedom, the notions of freedom, and not anybody else. And also by the fact that if you believe that there is somebody else at his level, at God's level, that allowed us to progress, or that in fact did what God actually did, so it is seen as adultery. You are betraying God. Because you see, when mankind and God are together, there is like an harmony, like in a couple. And as soon as you betray God and you say, oh, God didn't do that, there's another God I believe that lived there, or that did that. So it is adultery. It's a form of adultery. So this is for the last two lies, number 9 and number 10.